Are you finally looking to get into crypto, but you're not sure what exchange to use? Rest assured, I've got you covered in this video. Based on my due diligence and research, I've concluded that Swyftx ticks most of the boxes amongst all the exchanges we have here in Australia. The way this video will be structured will be in like little bits and chapters of important concepts such as fees, sign-up process, and unique features. So I try and keep it easy so you can navigate to one section or another, depending on what you're interested more in. However, I still implore you to watch the rest of the video to get a good understanding. Like any other video, this is not financial advice, it's some YouTuber yapping on about his own research. So please do your own due diligence and trust me, it will help you. Besides that, let's get straight into the video. But before I keep bombarding you with Swyftx, let me first show you a nifty diagram which explains why I like them. The diagram is from their website. So upon hearing that, let me give you some like alarm bells. Like Mihir, how can we really believe it? It's on their own website. Obviously, they're not gonna praise their competitors necessarily. So how can we believe it? So what I've done is I've taken the liberty to do my own due diligence and research further on. And I found that like 80% of the things I've searched, they're all accurate. And I see no reason for them to lie, because if they did lie or mislead customers, they would get serious lawsuits and they would not want to be in that position. But with that said, let's get straight into the features. So from the diagram, you can see there's a lot of specs and a lot of features, a lot of qualities they have, and they're comparing them to different exchanges. So let's get straight into the first one. So the first one is headquartered. We can see that Swyftx is headquartered in Australia, which is quite good. And the reason you may want that is so you don't have a communication barrier, as well as you'd want someone from a customer service team to be here so they can understand you better, they can resolve your query better, and generally be more trained, as what we've seen. So let's move on to the next one. So the next feature they have on the file is they take all payment methods of Pay ID, POL, and bank transfers. You can see based on this list that other exchanges also do this, but I'll try and sort of synthesize why I like Swyftx, because they're not the best in terms of like one thing. They try to be the middleman. So they're sort of like the jack of all trades in a sense, but they're in the good portion. So overall that equals out. But now let's go on to the next feature. So the next feature on the list is they take credit and debit card deposits. A couple of exchanges do that as well, but they're one of the leadings. So the next feature we have on file is max trading fees. You can see that they have a max trading fee of 0.6%. I'll talk more about fees in the fees section part of this video, so if you're interested, you can skip over to that. Still suggest you watch the whole thing. Fees can be a bit of a tricky topic because there's a lot of hidden fees, which is the spread, which I talk about in that section. But you can see from this chart that Binance charges fees of 0.1%, which is significantly lower than Swyftx. And this is the exchange I was looking at initially, but I'll explain why I didn't take this over Swyftx. But they show their strengths as well as their weaknesses. So they keep like very unbiased. So let's move on to the next feature. The next feature we have on file is their verified deposit limit. They have the highest deposit limit, and then you can see that CoinSpot is just the same one leading after them. The next feature we have, which is a unique feature that other exchanges don't have, is that they have a demo account. A demo account can be really beneficial for people who don't, they don't want to put their money into it, but they want to see, okay, let's say if I put 5K into like Dogecoin, or 5K into some other altcoin or something, how much will it go up by? So this can be really good for educational purposes, testing your theories, your hypotheses, and just generally having fun and testing. And these other exchanges, they don't offer that, which is quite beneficial for learning. So that's one of their unique features they have. The next feature that I'd like to discuss is their crypto assets. So crypto assets simply refer to how many coins they have available. For people, generally they want more coins, but for people like me, certainly, I would want more variety, more options available. And some other these platforms, they don't have these options. They only have a very few options. The only one that has a lot of options you can see is pretty much Binance. And along with Binance, you have CoinSpot, which is quite good. But if you're someone who wants variety, this is very important. For the people that just want to invest in like Bitcoin, Ethereum, so like those, I guess those established coins, then feel free to go with those ones. But I preferably want to invest in niche down coins as well as the big ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum. So that's really helpful. The next feature we have on file is that they have an Australian live chat. An Australian live chat can be really, really beneficial, because what this means is that you can directly speak to someone. You don't have to call them. It simply means a ticket is drafted, and then the time to communicate with them will probably be like a couple of minutes, because you're getting patched straight through to someone. And since they're headquartered in Australia, it's safe to assume that there will be someone who's Australian, so they can understand what you're saying, they can help guide you better than someone who may be in another country and there may be a communication barrier. The next feature I like about them is their Trustpilot score or their reviews. So besides Trustpilot, I've looked at the other reviews and it's quite good. And the main thing they keep honing on is customer service. And to me, that is worth the trading fee, because I was initially looking to get at Binance, but if you look at the scores for Binance, it's not too high necessarily. Binance, sure, the trading fee is like 0.1%, which is really, really cheap, but the customer service is so low. Like you got to remember in the end, yes, fees are important, but you're investing like thousands and thousands of dollars into, you know, this exchange, into this investment. And if something goes wrong, you surely want to be able to talk to someone, you know, and that's why I pick Swyftx over them, despite the trading fee discrepancy, because customer service in times of crisis and peril, or when you're just confused, is very, very vital. And that's why I love them. So moving on from that point, another feature they have is that they have instant AUD withdrawal, which is quite common amongst all the exchanges. Don't need to harp on too much onto this. The next feature we have on the list is they have fiat pairs for all coins. Nothing special, pretty much all the exchanges have this. I'll move on to the next one. The next feature we have is they have a full featured app. A couple of exchanges have this, but personally for my own sort of use, I use the app, I don't use the website as much, is that the app is like phenomenal. Like first the app, they had some issues. It was a good app, but it wasn't optimized, it wasn't too fast. But ever since they had the recent update some months ago, so it is unbelievable. It is so fast, you wouldn't believe it. It's really optimized, it's really user-friendly. Like I can easily do my trades on this, so I don't have to go on my laptop, just boom, do it straight away. And I can't say the same about other apps, because they may have apps, but they're not as optimized yet. So moving on to the next feature on the list we have is bundles. So pretty much most of them have bundles, nothing too special. The last feature we have on the file is reoccurring orders. They all have reoccurring orders. This isn't too big or anything special, but I like how they have reoccurring orders. So now let's move on to other aspects of the video. The first part of this video, I'd like to take a deep dive into the sign-up process. So let's get straight into the sign-up process. So the sign-up process is the same for most platforms. It isn't too complicated. You got to give your phone, you got to give your email, and you got to give some sort of photo ID so they can verify you are who you are. And a good thing about this is it protects your crypto and it also protects you. Because normally crypto, it's very easy to lose your money, but sometimes these guys can help out really well. So this is why customer service is very, very important, especially if you're keeping your coins on an exchange like this. So now let's take a deep dive into the fees. In this section, let's talk about fees. Swyftx hopes to keep a minimal max trading fee of 0.6%. However, you can also see there's exchanges such as Binance, which keep a minimal max trading fee of 0.1%. But the reason why I love Swyftx in this regard is because they also touch base on hidden fees, which not a lot of exchanges touch base on. In crypto, there's a concept called spread. Spread, I'll get the definition up, is basically the difference in price between the buy and the sell prices of a tradable asset. And in most cases, they can actually exceed the trade fee. Not knowing how much spread is cutting into your trade can obliterate your profits and exacerbate your losses. And it's very, very vital that you know how much your money is going by a spread. So what Swyftx does is they try and optimize this process to reduce as much spread as they can. But the one thing I really like about them is how transparent they are, because you know how much money you're putting up front in terms of fees, which not a lot of exchanges do. Now let's move on to the crypto assets or the coins they have available. In this section, we'll be talking about the coins or the crypto assets. So Swyftx has a total of 312 crypto assets or coins available. And this is a lot for the average investor, including myself. This is a phenomenal amount. But what you may be surprised to hear is that other exchanges such as Independent Reserve and BTC markets, they don't have a lot of coins available. And I'm someone spoiled for sort of choice, spoiled for variety, and I can understand most people would be too, because obviously you want to invest in the big sort of coins that have been mainstreamed or safe, or they're assumed stable now, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, but you also want to invest in the smaller cap coins that you see have potential and you can possibly make asymmetrical gains on it. So I want to have that option available, and I can see others would like to have that as well. The next part now I'd like to move on is to safety and security. Safety and security is a huge barrier to entry for most people into the crypto world, as they've read stories of hackers taking like millions off this exchange, or people just simply losing their crypto. Like if they don't remember their 12-word recovery password, or they don't have any recovery system in place, it's gone. It's gone, it's like lost, in peril. That sort of scares people off. The main issue that scares people off, besides being responsible, is that hacking. And in terms of hacking and things like that, they use the same data sets used by regulators and law enforcement individuals. So they're using the same systems they use just to ensure maximum security and safety. Along with that, they've also partnered with Chain Analysis, which is one of the biggest sort of crypto regulators or security companies you can sort of think of. That's what they do. So in regards to safety, they're really well kept and well safe. Now I'll talk about the unique features. The first unique feature I have on file is customer service. This may not seem like a unique feature or anything special, but like I've iterated, if you're putting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, it is vital that you can communicate with the other person on the other side of the company. And not only that, they also have a live chat functionality, which a very few exchanges offer. And with that live chat functionality, they can easily communicate with you via a ticket system. You can literally do it in a matter of minutes and communicate with the other end person. And since they're headquartered in Australia, there will not be any communication barrier, meaning you can get your queries resolved faster and more efficiently, which is perfect. Another unique feature I've listed here is the mobile app. Sure, there are other exchanges that have a mobile app, but with the recent update they've done, I'm honestly really pleased and happy with how they've designed it. The user interface is phenomenal. It's clean, it's crispy, it gets the job done, it's not slow like it was previously. It's more optimized and it's just more usable. And like I said, I do all my trades via the phone. I like it. You don't have to go on the computer, you can just go straight on the phone, boom, done. That's why I like it. Compared to the other apps I've used, they're all right, but they're not as optimized and clean as this. So for a first time sort of invest into this, they can like using this app for the mobile. Another unique feature I like about them is the demo account. A lot of exchanges, pretty much you can see in the diagram, they don't have demo accounts. Very few have them. And a demo account can be really useful because if you don't want to, put your money into it, let's just say you had a bet with a friend or something, I think Bitcoin's going to go XYZ. So you just put the demo account or the fake money in there and see how it goes. But besides that, it can also be helpful as a learning experience. And also you can sort of see if you put XYZ money here, how much it would have returned. So I just like the idea that you can mess around, not put any money and just see how it goes. Sort of like the share market game. Here you can learn as well, which is really, really good. There are some other features are sort of unique. They're not necessarily unique, but other features I like about them that I haven't touched base on. They also have the feature to dollar cost average or recurring orders, but you can see that most exchanges offer that now. But pretty much that can easily allow you to just get money or link it with your bank account and they keep taking your money and just keep investing without you having to lift a finger, which is really, really good. But a feature that I feel that isn't too big to be addressed, but it can be useful, is they can generate tax reports. There's some exchanges that do that, but the way they generate is quite good and it can make life so much easier for either yourself doing your taxes or your accountant. Other features include very specialized or advanced features, which are for sophisticated and advanced traders, which I will not touch base on this video. Overall, I hope this video can show you why I really love this platform and also help you kickstart your investing journey into crypto, whether you use Swyftx or use another exchange, but hopefully it gives you an idea, okay, this asset base is around, I've been too, distant from it, but let's get into it. But overall, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit like and hit subscribe. And if you do insist or plan on using Swyftx, I highly encourage you to click on the affiliate link down below. That way, if you sign up using that link, you get $20 worth of Bitcoin for free upon verification. And there's no other hidden costs or anything like that. So you get $20 worth of Bitcoin for free, which is quite good. But like I said, do your own due diligence. Please make sure to do your research. Don't rely on a YouTuber. But besides that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It gave you value. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.